Alright, so let me inform you on some things. So, first off, they're located in the metropolitan Phoenix, Arizona area, which is specifically in Maricopa County. This tribe was officially established by President Rutherford B. Hayes on January 10th, 1879. Fun fact, my birthday is actually January 10th. And then mainly the tribes are located in the suburbs of Scottsdale, Tempe, Mesa, and Fountain Hills, Arizona. Alright, so included on this slide, I included a picture of Maricopa County and most of the suburbs that are located in Maricopa County around the Phoenix, Arizona area. So as a community, they really care about each other, and I think that is very important to be a tight-knit community. On February 19th, 2003, they created the Salt River Community Children's Foundation, which assists children from birth to age 18 into reaching their full potential in academics and in life. This organization is nonprofit, and to request funding for it, you should request funding early on in the child's life just so they get the most out of it. And it helps kids throughout the community that don't necessarily have the finances to further their education or their needs. To be more specific, it helps with education, health, special needs, arts and culture, and youth leadership. The organization fundraises all year round with golf outings, local businesses donating, and volunteers just doing volunteer work around the community to help fundraise the money. As a whole, their community is a unit. They support, care, and appreciate one another, and to me that's how a community should be. I just love that they are so local and so helpful with each other, and they care this much about each other. Okay, so in the area, they recommend doing some of these things when you visit, and here's just some basic info on the area of the tribe itself. So the community of Pima, Maricopa has roughly 10,070 members between the two tribes, which they're keeping strong in numbers, which is awesome in my opinion. The community uses land resources upon metropolitan resources as well. While some prefer to stay whole with the land and keep the lifestyle and culture that comes with it, others like to live the more modern lifestyle. While being land-based, they do have modern commercial areas as well. They have these things called the pavilions that have tons of attractions like shopping and movie theaters and places to eat, and they have a landfill that is very well kept. When visiting the area of Arizona, the people recommend visiting the Hula Key Museum, which displays artifacts, pottery, and tribe displays. The tribe really has a new and old vibe to themselves, which I think is kind of cool, that they like to still bring in that past culture and the past things that they've practiced, and they still continue to keep those roots strong to this day. Alright, so the school, their number one priority is to work together, which reminded me of High School Musical's We're All in This Together. And so their motto is Mat Ashik Wesh, which means we will do this together, aka kind of like High School Musical. Anyways, Salt River schools and the community strive to provide exemplary education in a safe environment, immersed by the Otoham and Pipaish cultures. So they really practice their cultures in what they teach, which is honestly so enlightening to me. They encourage empowerment through their culture and their community and their achievement and tons of stuff that they do in their school. And their staff is committed to value and recognize their students' growth in their culture and many of the other things involved in school. Many of the other goals are included as increasing the graduation rate, improving attendance, enhancing readiness, higher test scores, etc. Their school board is very welcoming. When I did the research, they're always welcoming new people to enroll in their school and always encourage them to attend the monthly meetings to discuss what is best for their students and their further education. Next we have lifestyle, which they really live the lifestyle of that everything comes, goes, but has a purpose for why it came and went. Their community symbol is man and maze, which stands for a person caught in the web of metropolitan pressures. The specific lesson is taught to every single child in the community at a very young age. It lets them be aware of the path of life. They teach that yes, it does have negative and positive ups and downs, but the goal is to strive to keep a balance and find grace within yourself, which I find so important because I strive for that, and I think it is so awesome that in this community they accept what comes to them and then they move on, and then they accept it and move on and live with their lives and keep that grace within themselves. The center of the maze represents the goals of each one's life. Once they believe they've reached these goals, they meet their sun god, which grants them happiness and the rest of their life peace and ease. And in the bottom right corner I have the symbol, and I just think it's a really cool symbol to base their culture and life off of, and yeah, I just really respect that out of their culture. So last summer my friend and I took a trip with her grandparents to Phoenix, Arizona, and we explored the suburbs of the Maricopa County area. And so we got to hike up the Red Rock canyons and go to all these cool shops, and we went on a hot air balloon ride over the countryside of Sedona, which Sedona is kind of more northern, but it still amplifies the same concept that the Maricopa tribe represents. And so they taught us so much when we were hiking in the Red Rock about the land that used to be here and what tribes were here, and it was just so enlightening and cool to learn about on a vacation that I was looking to relax, and I got a history lesson with it, which I think was so cool. And it was nice walking around and seeing some of the people practicing their culture, what comes and goes, we accept it, we cherish. Alright, so here's a quick overview of my thoughts about this tribe. Throughout the research I did, I started to get excited because when I traveled here, I obviously learned a little bit about the culture without even realizing it. These people are so historically rich and their morals are so pure, and I just love that about people in general, and so this just really makes my heart happy. I appreciate that they stick to what their soul craves. So what they believe, what comes and goes around, I just love that vibe, and I love that they express these traits in their cultures still to this day. My eyes have now been opened about all the different tribes and how their lifestyles are today versus hundreds of years ago, and it's so cool that some still embrace their roots that they had hundreds of years ago and the roots that they have established now.